Um, this is my review on Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. And, I give this a 10 out of 10, a 10 out of 10, even though I still think it's the one of the weaker Mission Impossible movies. I have come to grips that just because it might be unfaithful as fuck to Mission Impossible, it's still a pretty fun, cheesy film to watch. And, this thing called the Syndicate is basically the rogue version of Ethan Hunt's team and secret organization that he works for, called the MIF, I believe it's called, which stands for Mission Impossible Force, or something like that. Anyways, it's explained in Mission Impossible 3, and so Tom Cruise does another stunt trying to kill himself. I mean, another stunt that's probably most likely would kill, like, the average person, but he somehow survives all of it because shit. And yeah, a bunch of cool action scenes, like shot, and it's one of those movies that, like, there's a story, but you really have to that's like fuck. It's like you came to yourself, and at first it seems great, but then you just want to forget everything about it because you feel gross and disgusting. Like masturbation, and that's what this film plot treats treats the audience like. That's what the plot is. Feels like in a nutshell. Once it's over, you feel gross and disgusting. It's structured very similar to Per Ghost Protocol, except with a different dilemma. Instead of the countries being divided against each other, Americans versus Russians, blah blah blah, because of a bomb, blah blah blah. That's Ghost Protocol. Oh, this one also my review on Ghost Protocol, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, which also gets a 10 out of 10. And, it's really kind of fun because this is when the the creators decided to pick the teeth with a rifle, and then try to put the rifle and the script in the pen to the script up their asses and shoot it up their asses. That's what the story is for Ghost Protocol. To give it up. After 3 and the first 3, they decided, oh, what's the point anymore? Nobody watches movies because of the story. Foolish. We just need to make sure that Tom Cruise needs to take risks and to commit some serious acts of violence that could possibly be suicidal violence, but don't kill him. Even though he clearly probably wants to die. Based off what I get from these action scenes, I guess that Tom Cruise wants to die and has a death wish. And in these 2 Mission Impossible movies, and you know, the story somehow is just like story structure like Mission Impossible 2. It's like, except with less story, but more explosion and Mission Impossible. Team working together that we can't remember any of the team members except for Benji. Teamwork. And a bunch of teamwork like is involved in Mission Impossible. That's Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible's team. Having Mission Impossible's, Tom Cruise, he's called Ethan Hunt, climbing up the world's tallest building in the world, that for the time being, or one of the world's tallest buildings in the world. And in the building, he's trying not to die with malfunctioning gadgets. Oh, Ghost Protocol is the one when the gadgets don't work. Not that they ever really use the gadgets in these movies. Unlike the show. So these movies got a 10 out of 10. And a Happy New Year. Ghost Protocol and Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol and Mission Impossible Road Nation. Get a 10 out of 10, both of them. Equal amount of quality and a colossal mindfuck. I like to jerk the audience until they come after the credits roll, and then they feel disgusting. As they're drooling all of their seats, and I guess this is... What the fuck am I talking about? Now, I'm sorry, this is like Justice League from 2017 or any Whedon project. That's not the Avengers. Outside the Avengers, you know how Whedon can't do anything right in terms of story structure outside of the first 2 Avengers movies, and outside of in terms of movies. That's kind of what these movies are like. Especially these 2. All of the Mission Impossible movies, including Fallout. So yeah, they got a 10 out of 10 just because the right amount of stupid and cheesy and good time fun, and that's what makes it brilliant. Good night.